Please mute your mic, so please, I'm begging you. Please mute your mics, please, please, please. Kind it up, please mute your mics. Judith, please mute your mics. Okay, good. So before we continue, I just want to make a comment. Okay, now see, it's not like this person said. Yeah, I forgot to say. I think it was kind that said it. Yeah. See, it's not every training that can happen on WhatsApp. Please quit that mentality. WhatsApp is a message. It's a chatting app for crying out loud. It's not every training that can happen on WhatsApp. Okay. Of course, I said this is a six. The first 6 days will be intense. I'm going to have it online so that I can really pass across the information effectively. After that, all our conversations will be on WhatsApp and then Telegram. We no longer need to come here. So for the next 6 days, that's how it's going to be. And I'm repeating this class uh, I'm repeating this class because yesterday's class was not recorded. So I found a way to record this class so that even if you were not around, you can have access to it. So please, it's not every training that can happen on WhatsApp. This is not a free training for crying out loud. Okay, it's not a free training. It's not those free training that you see on Facebook. Then they come in, then they pack different bunch of stuff that they get from Google, and then they give it to you, and then you consume it. And at the end of the day, they say, "Oh, pay to join my mentorship." This is not what we're talking about here. Okay, so please, I'm begging you. Okay, I'm actually appealing to you. I know the network has been, in fact, network affected me also. Network affected me as well. But I had to come up with something else. I'm improvising here. Okay, now I'm doing this so that even those that were not around can even watch it and tag along, because I understand that people are really busy at some point. I mean, can be busy. So please, it's not every training that can happen on WhatsApp. It's not every training that can happen on Telegram. And I'm serious. Please, just bear with me. I know you might not like it, but I mean, if you have to like everything, then I mean everything about me, yeah, I'm probably not doing a good job. So, yeah, let's go on. I think I've started recording. So please, let me just confirm again. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yes,
So what? Yeah.
you
So
can
we're
see
talking
your screen.
about great, great, great. We're talking about creating
Yes.
your customer avatar. You said your customer avatar. Please mute your mics. You said your customer avatar is you narrowing that large market into just one person. Okay. And the purpose of going after a dream buyer is to focus your message and marketing, budget and marketing strategy and everything. You want to focus it to just one person. You want to focus it to that dream buyer. And listen, focusing on your dream buyer, brings clarity to your marketing message and then your ad copy and every other thing. Like, it's very important. And it's one of the hardest things to do, like I mentioned earlier. But once you get it, it changes everything. Okay, now how do you do this? Of course, finding out about their names, their gender, where they stay is important. But here I wrote that there are 9 things that you want to do to define your customer avatar. There are 9 questions you want to answer. Okay, number 1, you want to ask. Let's assume the person is a she. Now, why did I use she? For whatever reasons, I found out that when most people talk to others, they often use he, first person pronoun. So I decided to use she this time. That's just the reason. Okay, if you are trying to imagine, if you are trying to think about someone, an imaginary person, we tend to just say, so imagine he was, I don't know, I really don't know how to explain some things, but for funny reasons, I just use she. So let's assume my name is Sally. Okay, Sally. I used Sally yesterday, so let's take with Sally. Let's assume my name is Sally. You want to answer some very important questions like, oh, where does she hang out? Okay, where does she get her information from? Okay, what is her biggest frustration and challenge? What are her hopes, her dreams, her desires? What is her biggest fear? Where is her preferred platform of communication? What phrases or slangs does she use? And what does like a typical day for her look like? If she's a banker, you can imagine how her day will look like. If she's a stay-at-home mom, with two kids. You can imagine how her day looks like. And then what makes her happy? These are the questions you want to answer. Okay? So I'm going to show you how that happens. Now, when you've answered this question, what you want to do is that you want to write a paragraph that summarizes your findings. Okay? So let's look at an example. Now, this is an example of, let's say, Sally, okay? That is the dream buyer of for a new app that is focused on environmentally friendly mothers. And now here's how it works. Haven't answered those 9 questions. This is what I came up with. I said Sally loves spending time reading stories and getting tips. Oh, actually, I didn't make this up myself. This example 1 is not from me. I copied it from a material. Okay, just a disclaimer. So I said Sally loves spending time reading stories and getting tips from other moms and learning about parenthood in the Mothers of Melbourne Facebook group. So that's where she hangs out. That's where she gets her information. And I wrote here, I said her biggest frustration being a mother of 2 is simple. It's simply that there is not enough time. There's not enough hours in the day to do everything. And when she's in the research mode, the first place she goes is Google on her iPhone in the kitchen. She's a frequent visitor of Mommy Blog. Her lifelong dream is to start her own interior design business so she can have a creative outlet and more time for herself. That's more me time. Last week, when she was shopping at a local farmers market and browsing Instagram, an advert popped up with an invitation to download a new app for environmentally friendly cleaning products. Okay, that is example 1. So that's how I want you to summarize your findings. Now we're going to look at example 2. Now example 2 is John. Now John is the dream buyer. Let's say we want to sell. John is the dream buyer for a travel or a relocation product. Okay, John is the dream buyer for a travel or relocation product. Now, haven't answered those 9 questions. Here is my summary. I wrote, John loves playing football. This I came up with it myself. So, and then it makes sense to me. You don't have to agree, but it makes a lot of sense to me. I said, John loves playing football and arguing about the same with his male friends and learning about coaching from Instagram Reels. His biggest frustration is that being a young guy from a less privileged home, he doesn't have enough money to finance his dream career. What's his dream career? Football, playing football. He usually checks for scholarship opportunities on Facebook with his Android phone. And his lifelong dream is to learn a digital marketing skill that will make him some money to travel out of the country. Just last month, when he was checking, for Facebook news, an advert popped up on how to travel to Europe without having much funds. Now, I think someone's mic is on mute. Who is that? Please mute your mic, Judy. Or your microphone, Judy. Please. Judith, please mute your mic.
I've done that. Okay.
Don't worry. I've muted it for you. Thank you. Okay. So let's go on. So this is an example. So haven't done your research, haven't find out their problems, you've answered those 9 questions, you want to come up with a summary. Now this summary will help you in your marketing message. You may not understand all I'm saying now, but it will make a lot of sense later. So let's just go on. Now, haven't found out these things, we want to go on to the next thing. Now, I want to go on to the next thing, and that is simple. Remember, we said always start with the problem. Now, once you found the problem, what you want to do is you want to find a scalable solution to that problem. Remember, your solution needs to affect the large market, a magnitude of people. I gave an example yesterday that imagine you want to sell a product that teaches you how to train a parrot. You are just bound to fail because in Nigeria, the first thing you want to ask yourself is how many Nigerians own a parrot? And even those people that have parrots in their house, how many of them are willing to train them? The market is so small. So that is not a major problem. And I mentioned yesterday that there are 4 niches that you want to focus on when you are trying to find out people's problems, major problems. The first niche is the money niche, the money and the make money niche, and business niche. That's the first one. The second one is health and beauty. People want to live healthy lives. People want to appear beautiful, majorly females. They want to appear beautiful. The third thing is what is sex and relationship. People want to have better relationships. And let me tell you, I said this yesterday, that the third one is actually the most important, which is sex and relationship. Because it is the reason why people go for money or want to live healthy lives or, want to be beautiful in the first place. Okay? Relationship is the reason why people want to have money or want to look beautiful. So it's actually very important. Then the last thing, which is number 4, is the travel or relocation niche. Many Nigerians want to leave Nigeria. I mean, if I do a survey now of, how many are we? Let me just check that. We are, we're like 11 here. If I do a survey and say, oh, how many of you want to leave Nigeria? Probably 9 out of 10 people will say, oh, I want to jackpot. So that is a huge niche also. So if you can come up with a solution where people can actually, leave Nigeria, people call it jackpot. I mean, that's a slang, for example, that's all over the place now, jackpot. So if, this is just an example, if your dream buyer uses that slang, jackpot, you really want to include it in your marketing message. I don't know if you are getting my point, but this is how you speak directly to them. You resonate with them. You have entered the conversation that's going on in their heads. Do you understand? So, I just said jackpot, for example. If I'm talking to you and I use jackpot in my marketing message, you are going to feel what exactly I'm talking about. So that's just an example. So a lot of people want to travel out of Nigeria. That means it's a huge niche as well. Okay, so I mentioned 4 big niches that you can focus your marketing message on. The number 1 is the money and business niche. Number 2 is the health and beauty niche. Number 3 is sex and relationship. Number 4 is the travel and relocation niche. Are you still with me?
Yeah, we're getting you.
Great. So, having found out what the problem is, the next thing you want to do is to ask yourself,
Yeah.
What is the solution? Is it something I can solve? Is the problem something I can solve? If so, what is the solution? Then what you want to do is you want to turn that solution into an imaginary product. The product probably doesn't exist at the moment, but you want to turn it into an imaginary product. Now, how do you do this? How do you do this? How you do this is simple. Now, you really don't want to bother about, which product will solve the solution. You want to ensure that the product is first of all imaginary. Now, how do you do this? Is by creating what we call a detailed sheet that has features and benefits. Features and benefits. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's a feature and what's a benefit? It's simple. A feature is just you talking about the physical attribute of a particular product. If it's an iPhone comes in different colors. There's black, there's gold, there's white. Okay? So you can say, okay, the part of the feature of an iPhone is that it is black. Part of the feature of, say, what else now? Maybe a mattress is that it's made up of latex or cotton. That is the feature. The features are the physical appearance of what you can just basically things you can see. Okay. On the other hand, benefits. We'll talk about benefits. We're talking about what that product or how the features can now be of benefit to your customers. So what you want to do, having found out what the problem is, you want to come up with a detailed sheet that has features and benefits. Features and benefits. Okay? Now let's see some examples. Now let's assume this example is about someone that's finding it difficult to sleep well. So let's assume that there's an example of someone who usually has the back pains and inconveniences when she sleeps at night. So she wakes up with a lot of back pains and a lot of different anomalies. So you want to sell her a foam, a bed. Okay, a bed. So Now, the pain point is that, oh, this person is not having a good sleep. This person always wakes up tired with a lot of body pains, and she's unable to go to work early and all of that. That is the problem. So how do you come up with a solution? The solution is giving her a better mattress at the end of the day. Now, the feature of this mattress, one of the features will be, oh, this mattress is of high grade. It comes in natural latex. It's very soft and all of that. Now, what are the benefits? The benefits will be that it reduces shoulder and hip pressure. It comes with good ventilation. That is, it doesn't bring about stuffy environment and all of that. The material that the bed is made up of is allergy free. That means it won't cause itches to your body. It won't make you react and make you have any form of skin irritations of any sort. Okay, it will also allow better blood circulation, and then it provides pressure relief. That's an example. Okay, that's an example. Now let me come up with another example from the top of my head. Let's assume, just like John, for example, the example we saw here, of John that wants to japa, okay, but does not have money. So he thinks that the way to go about it is to develop a skill that will teach him how to make money. But the ultimate goal is that he wants to japa. That is his pain point. Now I can come up with an imaginary product or a product that says, oh, John, you know that you can actually travel, without having to write IELTS and all those other exams that will take a lot of your money, and then at the end of the day you fail. There's a way to actually go about it without spending maybe not more than 500k and all of that. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm presenting to him the features and the benefits of my products. Okay, now that is how it works. Now, just more examples of case studies of problems and solutions. Now, someone can have a problem of, oh, I want to lose 10 kg before my wedding. I know this happens with ladies a whole lot. They want to look sexy. They want to look sleek on their wedding day, and then haven't eaten all the shawarma and all the Cold Stone and all the burger and the whole earth. They now want to lose weight. That's a pain point. And I'm telling you this. You can figure out this just by having conversations with your friends. So I really want you to be a good listener anytime you're speaking with people, because you're going to know exactly what their hopes, their dreams, their pain points. That is where you start from. A friend can just tell you, oh, my wedding is next week. My wedding is next week, oh, and I need to lose 10 kg before my wedding day. You probably don't have to say anything at that point, but you have figured out her pain points. And there was a solution. Your solution can be something like, oh, I have an exercise program that is specifically designed to help you to get threaded fast and drop 10 to 15 kg in 60 days guaranteed. Now, that's the solution. And that problem could be, oh, I want to make money online, but I have no skill. Your solution could be, oh, I have a training that is a guaranteed training that will help you make your first 250k in the next 30 days, learning a high income skill. That is how it works. So we've learned, let us do a brief recap as we round off. We said, what is money? We said that, what exactly do you think about money? What is it about all these top guys, Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, okay, that makes most of them were born in poverty, but now they are self-made billionaires. What is it that they know that you don't know? What is the truth about money? And they said, if you want to make money, and if you've been chasing money all along, you've been doing it all wrong. If you want to make money, it's not money you should be looking for. So what? You should be looking for problems. Problems always start with the problem. And not just that, find the solution to those problems. I said here, problem plus solution equals money. And this is the equation to which all money is found. And that brought us to the essence of today's class. We're looking at market research and product research. Market research is how do you identify and understand your dream buyer. We said it's simple. Always start with the problem. Always start with the problem and ensure that your problem appeals to the larger markets. Okay, larger market, not just three people, not just the 3% of people who know exactly what they want and are ready to buy it. Now, most people that sell things out there, okay, that have shops and they sell drinks and all of that, they are not doing any badly at all. But the truth about the matter is, I will only get a drink because I know I need to get a drink. So I just walk up to the shop and then I get the drink from there. So those people are only selling to the 3% of people who are ready to buy at that moment. But I'm here telling you that there is a whopping 97% of people who probably are not ready to buy now, but in the nearest future, they will be ready. So you want to appeal to those people as well. And I said the very way to do that is to, first of all, we're going to look at this tomorrow. You want to install a system that attracts them, okay, that educates them and nurtures them. Now, once you do this, you will shift that those 97% of people up the ladder to the point where they can buy from you. Now, how do you do this? You want to know them intimately. And I said that this can be the difference between winning and losing. Knowing them intimately goes beyond knowing their names, their gender, their location, and all of that. You really want to know, you really want to delve deep. And I said there are three important points you want to do. You want to use the Pareto's principle of the 80-20 rule. You want to focus on the 20% of people who will give you who will make you a millionaire. Also, you want to identify their hopes, their dreams, their pains, their fears, those things that literally keep them up at night, tossing and turning and unable to sleep. And lastly, you want to create what we call a dream customer avatar. This is you narrowing your whole market into just one person, and you want to speak to that person directly. Okay, I think I was talking about Toyo Motosho that had his copywriting student, Uche Okoro, and then he asked him to write a letter for his book, How to Turn Yourself into a Life-Creating Cash Machine. And then Uche wrote something initially, and then when he showed Toyo Motosho said something to him. He said, okay, now go back, rewrite it, and now write it as though you are talking to just one of your friends. And then when he came back with a copy, Toyo Motosho said that he was amazed because that copy was brilliant. So in your marketing message, you want to address it to just one person. Okay, and that is the idea of creating what we call a dream customer avatar. And now in doing that, aside from getting the name, the age, the location, and gender, you want to delve deep. You want to go deep. And say you want to ask yourself 9 crucial questions. Where does she hang out? Where does she have her information? Where does she get her information? What is her biggest frustration and challenges? What is her hope? Or what are her hopes, her dreams, her desires? What is her biggest fear? What is her preferred platform of communication? What phrases or slang does she use? I just mentioned Japa just now. That can change the game for you if you have done your market research effectively. Now, what does a typical day for her look like? What makes her happy? You really want to answer this question. I gave an example of Sally here, and I gave an example of John here. And I said, having found all of that, what you want to do now is to, of course, we have figured out what their problems are. You now want to come up with a solution. Remember, problem plus solution is what gives you the money. That is how it works in every market. And I can give you several examples, but let me just hold that for now. So having found out what their problems are, you want to figure out what is the solution to this problem. Is the problem something I can solve? If so, what is the solution? Now, having found out what you think the solution is, you want to turn it into an imaginary product. How? With a future and benefit list. You want to bring out a sheet of paper, right? Divide it into two columns. And then one will be futures, the other will be benefits. This is just an example, just by the way. And this is like further case studies of, problems and solutions. Someone said, oh, I want to lose 10 kg before my wedding. You have a solution for her. Someone said, oh, I want to make money but I have no skill. You come up with a solution. Your job is to provide solutions. Don't chase money. Chase problems. Chase problems. I can't sound this enough. Chase problems. And very importantly, solutions to these problems. Now, as we close, I want to give you a task. Okay? Now, this is not going to be really practical, but I just want you to think about it. You have friends. You are in this world, right? You know things that are frustrating. You know you have a lot of problems. So I want you to come up with, use yourself as an example. I think that's the best option. Use yourself as an example and come up with a customer avatar for yourself. Every one of us will have problems. You can't say you don't have a problem. If you don't have a problem, then that is a problem because you are not a human being. And every one of us will have village people. We have village people that are following us. So, by the way, so I want you to use yourself as a case study, right? And everything we've spoken about, use yourself as an example. And I want you to come up with a customer avatar for yourself. Come up with a customer avatar for yourself because whatever you're going through, most likely someone else is going through it. So I want to give you that assignment. And you're going to submit it all up before 12 noon tomorrow. Come up with a customer avatar for yourself. Not just that, you're also going to come up with what you think the solution is. Remember what we saw in day one. You know what you want to achieve in life, right? You know what you need to do in order to get there, but somehow you are not yet there. What is the difference? We saw that in day one. If you don't know it, you don't know what I'm talking about, you should go listen to the audio from day one. So 2 assignments I'm giving you today. Number 1, come up with a customer avatar for yourself. Secondly, come up with an imaginary product stating the features and benefits. Bring a sheet of paper, and I want you to do this. The first page will be your customer avatar. Remember, it should be just a summary. Okay? Remember the problem and the solution. Come up with a customer avatar for yourself on the first page. The second page, come up with a solution, an imaginary product that, that solves the problem, stating the features and the benefits. Please, am I talking to someone here? Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Please go back to that benefits again. I want to get the full definition.
Okay. But you've been hearing me so far, right? Please, I would have
Yeah,
called
I
it.
can hear you very well.
Yeah, I need responses from virtually everyone, if you don't mind. Please, can everyone speak? Are you following me? Judith, goodness,
Yes,
Wilson.
I can hear you.
All right, goodness.
Yes.
Judith, goodness, Wilson.
Yes.
All right, goodness.
Yes.
I can hear you.
All right, great.
I can hear you.
All right, great. Amarachi.
I can hear you.
All right, great. Um, so, yeah, you talked about benefits. Let me just go back there. You talked about benefits. I said in your solution, okay, your solution, your the product that solves that problem. In order to come up with it, you have to have a features and benefits. Sorry, let me just see. I think I did one time like that. And I sent one when I was sending one email like that. Let me just try if I can get that through. Coming. This one. Just give me a minute. Sorry. I don't think I can find it again. Sorry, just give me some time. That's a bit. Let me check my note. Oh, I think I should explain from the top of my head. Because I was trying to look for an example for you, Sean, but I don't think I can find that now. Let me just check one last time. Okay, let me see if this is it. It's not here. Sorry. Please just give me a minute. I have to see this. I can't find it. Sorry for taking your time. So basically, a future is you telling us the physical properties of, I'll put it that physical properties of the products that you have created that solves the problem for the person. Okay, let me for an example. So, um, that is a perfect example. Okay, yeah, let's see an iPhone for example. Feature of an iPhone, maybe iPhone X, is that it is small. Okay, that is one feature. It is small. Second feature, sorry. The first feature is it is small. Second feature is it comes with a pouch and a screen guard. Okay, I want you to just take note of it. Third feature is that a third a third feature will be that it comes with a fast charger or fast charger. Yeah. The fourth feature will be what else? Oh, it comes with dual camera. These are the features. You're just telling me what the phone comes with. Okay, but you now have to take it a step further to explain what those features, what benefits are those features to me. So you can say, since it's small, that means you don't really need to. It's portable. You can just hold it with one hand. You don't need to hold it with two hands. That's the benefit of it being small. It comes with a screen guard, meaning if by adventure it falls from your hand on the road, you don't have to worry about anything. The screen of the phone will not break. That is the benefit. Oh, what else? It comes with a fast charger, meaning if you are the kind of person that you don't, where you stay, you don't have 247 constant electricity. Don't worry. Even if all you have is 30 minutes electricity and you charge your phone with this fast charger in 30 minutes, it's going to get filled up or full. The battery will be full. That is a benefit. What else? Dual camera. The camera is sharp. It can help you take good photos of yourself and your loved ones. Now, did that make sense to you? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So features is you telling me what the phone is about, the physical property. But the benefits, you're not going to tell me of what benefits are those features to me. Did that make sense? Who asked the question?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I was the one.
Great. Great. So that's what it's about. I think we need to wrap up. I need to end this class for today. So this is the assignment. Tomorrow we're going to look at something. Let me just tell you what we're going to look at tomorrow. And I want you to really follow through. This might look, I really want you to follow through because at the end of the day, everything is going to make sense. Now, having found out what the problem is, the solution, we want to find a way to attract this your dream customer. And that is what we're going to look at tomorrow. We're going to look at the concept of lead magnets, the perfect baits, okay? And we're going to look at how to craft an irresistible offer to them. An offer that when you tell them about it, they feel stupid saying no to you. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at tomorrow. I'm going to teach you everything, like every single thing in that regard. It's systematic. We're also going to look at what you should do when when you've attracted them, how to nurture them. We're also going to look at how to actually get them, the actual process to go out there and attract them. We're going to look at that. We're also now going to look at how to actually close the deal. We're going to look at everything. So I want you to stay through with me. Okay? I really want you to stay through with me. Now, what I'm teaching you, you can apply it to virtually everything you do. Okay? So we need to wrap up. So the assignment again. Now, if you've not done the assignment from 2 days ago, please, you need to do it. Listen to the audio and submit your letter of commitment. This is the second assignment I'm giving you. Do and submit a customer avatar, preferably yourself. It can be anyone actually. In case you don't want me to know, yourself. You don't want to know what you are going through. It's quite personal. You don't have to use yourself. Or it makes sense when you use yourself because you really understand how this thing works. So do and submit a customer avatar. Secondly, what do you think the solution is? Okay, and then come up with that imaginary product stating the features and benefits. Now, don't be afraid to fail. Don't say, I don't know what to write. Just go ahead and write something. That is how you start. Okay, I think that will be all for now. Any questions, please? Do you have any question?
No, no question. No question.
All right, did you understand everything we'll be looking at so far? Or today? Everything we looked at today?
Yes,
Oh,
the large extent.
I can't say yes, but
when I go through the audio again, I think I can get it more clearer.
Oh, why? Do you have any question? Do you have any concerns?
No, 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 no. Okay.
All right. Any other person? Judith, you want to say something?
Please, can you display that task again? That assignment you gave us or something. Can you display it again? Thank
Can
you.
you see now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Judith, you wanted to say something? Hello? Are you done with the task? You can take a screenshot.
I'm done.
I mean, the person that said, goodness, you are the one, right? Are you done?
Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I think that brings us to the end of the class. Please don't forget, please submit your assignment. We are going somewhere, and I really want you to follow me on this journey. Okay? And at the end of the day, everything will make sense to you. Okay? Yeah, I think that'll be all for now. So let me just stop the recording, and I hope it saves and everybody can access it.